basketball conference.
I'm sorry,
the Western Conference.
I'm sorry, Molly.
We live in the Northeast. The Western Conference is better. It has nothing to do with regional bodies.
Yes. So your team dropped 3 in a row.
Yes.
Must win for Jason Garrett's
nice
job.
Pivot. Yes. Well, it sure should be a must-win for his job.
Is it?
As I've stated to the three of you on several occasions, he's failed on it. Is it, Molly? Probably not.
Okay.
It should be, okay? It should be. If there is accountability, if there is a Cowboy way, which, as you point out, isn't slow to fire somebody,
right,
then Jason Garrett, who's had his run with the Dallas Cowboys and has proven to be mediocre, even though he's coming off a very good year last year, should be on the hot seat. If you can't beat the Redskins tonight, you should be reevaluated. And, by the way, while we're at it, I got a suggestion for you on the Cowboy way. The guy you should look at to replace Jason Garrett is in the CBS broadcast booth right now. It is Tony Romo. That is
you want him to be the coach?
I think that is your Super Bowl winning coach for the Dallas Cowboys in the future.
Oh, my
near future.
Lord.
He's a hell of a broadcaster.
Tony Romo, who's never coached on any level, should be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys?
That's correct.
Bless your heart.
That's correct. Do you know who the winningest basketball coach of all time is?
Go ahead, Will. Educate me.
Well, you're Mr. Basketball.
No, I don't know, Will.
Don Nelson.
Yeah.
You know how much coaching experience Don Nelson had when he took over? 0 games. How about Jason Kidd?
How many titles did Don Nelson have?
How about Doc Rivers?
How many titles did Don Nelson have?
I'm still going. You want to get some? How many titles does Doc Rivers have?
Excuse me?
Doc Rivers, 0 coaching experience.
For every example you give, you give many more of the great coaches who have had coaching experience. 1, 2.
Well,
there is a Cowboy.
I didn't say the only way to get a title is by getting a guy with no experience.
Tony Romo's a great broadcaster. Maybe he'd be a good coach. Who knows? But go ahead. Hire Tony Romo as your coach, Jerry Jones.
Football and basketball is apples and oranges.
That's right.
But Will wouldn't know.
Fine. That's a decent rebuttal.
The point about the Cowboys way is there is a Cowboys way, and it is suboptimal to say the least, and it is the Jerry Jones way. Jerry Jones is the Cowboys, and that is the Cowboys way. And the reason Jason Garrett's not coaching for his job, as you well know, is Jerry Jones likes subservient coaches who are not going to challenge him. Jason Garrett fits that mold, so his job is safe. Is that or is that not true? And is that not the Cowboys way? And is that not one of the problems why you don't win playoffs?
This isn't just something I'm running out there because I think it's hot. Let me just tell you something. The reason that Romo is a realistic hire is because you're right, Max. You need someone. The one distinguishing characteristic that Tony Romo has above anybody else is ability to not only influence Jerry Jones, but stand up to Jerry Jones. There's a story about when he was a free agent quarterback looking to become the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Bill Parcells, Hall of Famer, and billionaire oil wildcatter Jerry Jones corner him. They know he's the quarterback of the future, and they try to lock him in on a below-market deal. And do you know what Tony does? As that free agent, undrafted quarterback, stands up to them. I think Tony Romo, we obviously know he knows football, and he can control Jerry Jones.
Okay. That is a very flagrantly ignorant statement, and here is why. Tony Romo, the quarterback, who has to throw passes and run an offense and orchestrate your offense, is entirely different than the coach under Jerry Jones, who has to answer to Jerry Jones. It didn't work for Chan Gailey after Barry Switzer was gone. It didn't work for the great Bill Parcells, who was a 2-time champion as a head coach. This man went to Dallas, and Jerry Jones gave him nothing but headaches. Wade Phillips was there, a stout defensive coordinator, highly respected, but Jerry Jones had Jason Garrett, who was considered the golden boy, getting paid just as much as the head coach. Jerry Jones listens to people he likes, sure, but when you are the coach, you are essentially a puppet. You answer to Jerry Jones. It is not the other way around. Stephen Jones, don't say.
I don't disagree with that.
There's no.
I don't disagree with that.
Tony Romo, there is no evidence whatsoever that you have that any coach, no matter how much they're liked by Jerry Jones, influences Jerry Jones once they're the coach. A player, yes, but not a coach. So Tony Romo, the player, would not have the same influence as the coach.
Your argument, I agree with 90% of it. Jerry Jones is a problem for the Dallas coaching history. Jerry Jones leaves his fingerprint on every aspect of that organization. Hold on, every aspect, including what's on the field.
So how would Tony Romo be any different than Jason Garrett?
Here's the deal. Jason Garrett, and we agree on this as well, Jason Garrett has been very, very average. And as somebody that wants to return the Dallas Cowboys to greatness, I want above average. I want greatness. Now, let me tell you why that adds up to someone like Romo. First of all, we know the history of guys like Sean McVay. Experience is overrated. He had some. He was smart enough to bring in a guy like Wade Phillips. But most importantly, he was a quarterback whisperer for Jared Goff. That's all things we know Romo can do and be. 14 years of experience. Already has a relationship with Dak. Diagnosis plays on the clock.
He was an offensive coordinator.
That's what I want to know.
To that, let me just ask you a question. Can you come up with a name that would have a better chance of influencing Jerry?
No.
Then I'm a genius.
Because I mean, no one can.
Well, then
no
I'm a
one,
genius.
No, you're not.
Well,
no
we know
one
that's
can.
not true, so obviously the
You
point can't
know
be true either.
it because Jason Garrett proves it every day.
I don't guarantee that Tony can pull this off. But I think he might have the best chance.
Mr. Dallas Cowboy, let me ask you a question. Do you think that Jerry Jones loves Tony Romo
Absolutely.
more than he loves Jason Garrett?
Yes.
What evidence do you have of this?
Yes.
Where's this evidence? Where is it? Where is it? I want to know.
Now that we're in the evidence off.
Wait, hold on.
Well, they watch
Where is
his
it?
games
Where is it? This
together.
man 8 and 8
Together.
seasons, and you know, you're only getting you to the playoffs twice, not
helping
winning
you
or
out.
whatever. He
What
still
Molly
keeps
said.
his job.
What Molly said.
What is
I'm
it?
on your team.
Tony goes to all John
How do you know Jason Garrett?
John Stevens Jones games.
You can't
High
claim
school
that. You've been
games.
sitting here for years now saying that Tony Romo's like his son.
Hold on.
Oh, tables flipped.
Time out. I've also said the same thing about Jason Garrett. It's an absolute fact. Listen, I've been here for years. Jason Garrett, I call Jason Garrett his adopted son. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about?
Jason Garrett's the adopted son. I thought Tony was.
Both of them.
In fairness.
Both
He's got
of them.
two.
It's
He
on the
adopted
record.
two.
In fairness.
Listen. Let me tell you something. With all due respect, none of y'all were here at the time that I've been saying this. Neither one of you three. Okay,
Yeah, it's too bad this wasn't on. This show wasn't on TV where people could see it.
How about it? It is on TV, and we were #1 then too. And by the way, the tapes are there. I have been saying that about Jason Garrett. The difference is Jason Garrett is the coach, Tony Romo is the player. We haven't had any reason to talk about Jason Garrett, but I have always said that Jerry Jones.
We're
What the
out of
hell
time,
does this
guys.
man have on
Sounds to
him?
me like we have agreement
We
that
are
Tony
out of
Romo
time.
has the best shot of influencing Jason Garrett, and the
There
Giants
is no
are
shot by
average.
anybody.
Smoking hot take by Will Kane today.
Are y'all kidding
This really
me?
was
It's a
fun.
moot point.
We
Jason
have to
Garrett's not
go.
going
We
anywhere.
have to go. Will, good times.
Please.
We'll talk
Thank
to you.
you.
Goodbye.
Coming up, the young
This is your
Sixers
worst
schooled
day of
by the
first
King
date.
this week in
Lord.
Philly. Actually, he was really good. But find out why the
constipated
process
in your
might
thought.
not have to worry about LeBron after this season.
I'll go with that.
And you don't want to miss more New Yorkers, Will Kane.
Sports